let's get straight into it. Bitcoin has been rising. Bitcoin has been going parabolic towards, not exactly parabolic, but it has been rising towards the upside. But again, one thing about this rise for Bitcoin is that where is the volume, right? The question I'm asking is where is the volume, right? Usually, I mean, if you look at the past rises of Bitcoin, it is usually accompanied by volume, right? Volume continues rising towards the upside. But I'm a bit suspicious of this move for Bitcoin. I think that eventually we probably might see some sort of a retrace not too far away. Again, Bitcoin is already on an oversold state, already oversold on the RSI. So usually there will be a retrace, and the best time to buy Bitcoin is when it's oversold, right? So that's why when things were oversold over here, and we saw the head and shoulders, we were like, really? But you never short things when they are oversold, though. You never do that, and we're already so super oversold for Bitcoin. And yeah, eventually there was a strong rally, right? It took some time though, but eventually the rally did come, and now we're moving into a state of overbought. So when things are in a state of being overbought, you do not make purchases unless, of course, you know what you're doing. Generally, yeah, you want to wait for a retrace first, and so this is good development in the sense that we are still above the skinny pink line. The bullish trend is still intact for Bitcoin. But in my opinion, I think it's only Bitcoin that is rising higher. If you look at Bitcoin dominance, it continues to go higher. We have a target over here at 54%. We're very, very, very close to 54%. 1.5 more percent. We'll be hitting about 1.5 more percent. We'll be hitting 54%. I think we'll probably overachieve 54%, a little bit higher, and then there will be a dip, right? I think alt season will only come after we hit 54, which I think is not too far away. Again, Bitcoin dominance is already in an overbought state, so yeah, it could still continue higher, but I still expect Bitcoin to eventually retrace back down. In the bigger picture, I would expect Bitcoin to form a gigantic descending triangle as it blasts towards the downside. We are at the skinny pink line, so we could be going a little bit higher, right? But I still think that 54% is the signal for the start of alt season. It may not be that obvious in the beginning, but I think that eventually alt season will start once we hit 54%. And then we'll see Bitcoin dominance continue to nosedive towards the downside. But you also would want to be in the right alts, because not all alts are going to be blasting off. So there you go. That's my take for Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin is doing really, really well. But again, I still think that there will be a retrace eventually, right? Last week, we closed with a big green body candlestick, and this is bullish. But again, on the weekly, we still have some room to go towards the upside. But on the daily, we're already overbought. So I'd be very, very cautious about going long at this point, right? When you see strong rallies in the beginning of the week, you don't know whether if this is going to end with a dip. So that's why you have to take things one step at a time, right? Unless, of course, once Europe and US wakes up, there might be a strong rally. I mean, the degens of Europe and US will probably be pushing the price higher for Bitcoin. So yeah, this is happening during Asia session. So again, we're not entirely sure of the things. I mean, as in like, again, it's not a good time to be buying at this point of time, right? I think once we take out these highs over here, which is a weekly shooting star. If you look over here, it was a weekly shooting star. Yes, we deep, and now we are coming back up. So you want to see strong rallies, and this is a relatively equal strength rally to the dip that fell, right? From top to bottom, how long did we take? We took 60 days. From bottom to top, how long did we take? 44 days. So it's kind of faster towards the upside, which is good, which is what we want. And we're above the skinny pink line, so the bullish trend is still on. The only thing is that there are still some bearish signs around, so you gotta be so careful about rushing to a trade for Bitcoin.